A student took 20 vaccine shots in 1 hour. This is what happened to his organs. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
Hi.
James. I call him James. Other people call him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
Things have a lot happen.
Well, first off, I should tell you that yesterday I was a bit busy, and I got my first vaccine shot yesterday.
Hey!
Hey!
I am clapping. JD can see I'm actually clapping.
I'm now immune.
The microphone picked it up.
Although it doesn't, it doesn't work exactly like that.
No.
But, no.
Oh, no.
And my second shot is like 2 months from now, so.
Oh, yeah. They got you scheduled for like that long of a break, too.
Yep. I don't know why. I guess it's just the only time that's open, I guess. Something like
Mine's on the 5th, but that's because we had to wait to schedule at a time that like my little sister could get it with us.
Yeah. So I went to go get this shot with my mother and my sister because my father already got the first shot. But it turns out that specific vaccine that we took, Moderna. Yeah, you have to be 18 and older to get that shot for safety reasons.
Okay, so that's why we had to get the Pfizer one.
Yes, Pfizer is the one that's 16 and up, but Moderna is the 18 and up. And I think Johnson & Johnson recently released one that's also 18 and up. Anyway, though, she couldn't get the shot.
Johnson get theirs canceled though?
Because I don't know.
It was like
that one's the one that has a different way of vaccinating, right?
Right. They're the one shot method, but then it's like that doesn't work at all, and there's like it doesn't work. It has like tons of horrible side effects.
Really?
So it got taken away from all the vaccine places, and now you have to do the whole 2-step thing. Which originally we were going to get the Johnson & Johnson one. Then like the day right before it got canceled, and they're like, Pfizer, get the fucking lie.
It's like, sorry, we ran out of Johnson & Johnson. We only have Pfizer left. You're like, all right, Pfizer, whatever.
Pfizer.
Yes, I do say Pfizer.
I love my Pfizer.
I love my Pfizer. Anyway, though, yeah, I heard that the first shot's not bad. I mean, I still guess my arm is just a little bit sore, but it's not that bad. I heard that the second shot is going to be a doozy, though. What was that?
That's what everyone keeps telling me, but my dad and my sister said their arms are sore, and I legitimately had that moment where it's like, I actually feel good after getting it. I was like,
you take the shot, you're like, you just start light coming out of your eyes.
Cut to the photo I've edited of me with the light coming out of my eyes, actually.
Just Hannibal Buress staring at your hands, just. No, so usually vaccine shots, I've realized that I only had it's been a while since my last one, but the last one I took, I only remember taking 2 vaccine shots after I got big and jacked, right? And the thing is, after I put on some muscle and lost some fat, those vaccine shots started hurting a lot more. Like, I don't remember vaccine shots ever making my arms sore. But then it's because when they have the needle, right, and they put the needle into you, because I have no body fat, it just goes straight into my muscle. It tears apart my muscle. It goes right in there. And I'm
it's just the fucking it's just
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt right away. In fact, I didn't even feel it. She was like, all right, she just sanitized it, took out the needle, went boop. And I was actually, I didn't feel it. I was so sus about not feeling it that I was like, did she actually give me the shot, or did it not happen?
Among Us?
Stop posting Among Us. I'm tired of seeing it.
Stop.
I look at my penis. It's just the way he says that is so funny.
There's
comes out left field too.
There's this one video of this guy made a Among Us meme where it's like, everywhere I look, I see Among Us, and as he's looking around, it highlights shapes that are the shape of
That are the shape of the astronaut.
Yeah,
I look at my penis. I think of the astronaut's helmet, and I say penis, more like peen sauce. Ah! It's so funny, man. It always cracks me up. Especially the sped up version. There's like a Mario version of it where instead of him,
yeah, I think that's the one you showed me too.
Yeah, it's the 2x sped up version, and also Mario, where instead of him, it replaces it with just images of Mario. And the last one is the picture of like whatever Mario game is, the one that you can manipulate his face in the main menu. And it has like him as like a giant mouth just screaming. Ah!
Super Mario 64, where it's just his head, like disembodied head.
Yeah, it's just his disembodied head. God, and when you delete a save file, is why.
That game is so cursed because of how many like hacks people did on it, where they just modified the game.
I wouldn't know. I never played it.
It's
I don't even think I've seen gameplay of it either.
Oh,
maybe I have. And I just didn't know it was Mario 64.
Funouts had a good video of Mario 64, yeah, where it was modded and they were playing it. It was just immediately when you start the game, like you touch a tree, like even
was it like the really like polygon shaped one?
Yeah, it's the really.
I think I saw one video is like I tried to speedrun Mario 64, but there's a mod where it's like multiplayer and there's like 3 other toads trying to stop him from speedrunning. Something like that. I tried to speedrun Mario 64, but 3 toads try and stop me, and that's like the title.
What is this? The Minecraft speedrunner versus 3 hunters?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite video.
Crazy.
I watched one of those. By the way,
I don't think I've ever seen a Dream video actually. It never gets recommended to me, and I don't see it.
It always gets recommended to me. I didn't know that's what he was or who he was whenever I got those in the past, but I watched one recently. It was his newest one, and it was like the edited version, not the unedited one. And I gotta say, it does seem scripted.
Well, of course it's scripted.
Like 100% it's scripted because
it's scripted, but his audience doesn't know it's scripted. Or maybe
he has this plan to leave the Nether, and he equips some skin in that moment that is of one of the people.
Oh, so
for some reason, they all leave the Nether at the exact same time rather than just going after him right away. They're like, let's wait to group up. And they're like, where is he? Where is he? There's clearly 6 people there where there should be only 5. You're like, oh my God, where is he? It's clearly not the one with the name.
Which one is he? Hey, Jeff, new guy. Have you seen him? I think he went off in that direction.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
It's just dream like.
I imagine the the JonTron thing where he's like, I remember now which video or I rewatched the video of where the one where he says you fuckers, you motherfuckers.
You fucker, you
motherfucker. It's the Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop Lab, the Netflix documentary. And it's like near the end of the video when when he was talking about this like crazy whack job like space masseuse, which like he just does like makes sounds. He's like ooh, and he like doesn't actually touch the person, but he's just like I manipulate the energy around him, around the body to make them feel better. And then JonTron he's like oh okay, I can't make this shit up. What if I try? He like stands. He's like I refuse to believe that this guy just. It's like doing zoom ins on him. It's so funny. He like actually it's like and then he's like okay, bring on the testimony. You fuckers, you mother. So funny.
I will rain hell.
I love how nobody can see that. That's good.
Nobody can see it, but they can hear it apparently.
Well, the microphone picks it up. They can definitely hear that, yeah. I mean, I can hear it.
Now, JD, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my character now with a knife. And every time that happens, I need you to edit in the knife flicking open.
Well, yeah, okay.
No,
don't actually do
that. No, please.
Let me just type up the timestamp.
Every timestamp.
Every timestamp.
Time can be whatever I want. Just rewind time.
Do you know about Google Stadia?
the Stadia machine where it's like the wireless
the cloud service of where when you can
stupid.
You can play games on any device as long as you have the Stadia machine, and it connects to the cloud, made by Google.
And did
you know that very recently
Doom was going to be its like premier game too, Doom Eternal?
Yeah. So basically, it launched pretty bad, and by pretty bad I mean it was pretty much.
Who could have guessed?
Terrible to play on. Like there's so much input lag because it's a cloud-based service. Anyway, though, could have assumed. Very recently, they did an update for the software where they added in, guess what? Revolutionary, new tech. They added in a search bar for games. The Galaxy brain just.
It's literally the meme of the guy going, as like the galaxy explodes around him.
Anyway, though, I'm not gonna lie, James. I didn't know they didn't have a search bar before they announced that they added in the search bar.
How would you have known? Because no way in hell were you able to buy it.
I assumed that a service owned by Google, the premier search engine for most people, would have a search bar automatically on day one launch.
Wrong on you to assume that.
I must be.
How dare you assume that?
My intellect is slowly like diminishing because I.
Hey, listen, fucker. How dare you?
Just grab it. Listen here, you motherfucker. I see you where it's going on right there.
Listen here, pal.
Just listen, you fucker.
Listen here, pal. Just hey.
I see you. I see what you're doing.
Let me fix my camera so I can set it back up properly.
Why do they still have that going, by the way? Why do they still have Stadia going? Do you think that actually it's going to have it's going to pick up traction or something? Hold on. I got to got to bounce for a second. I'll be back.
Don't worry, I'll be here to I'll be here to entertain the masses. What's up, guys? It's your boy.
Were you talking at all when I was gone for just a second?
I said in a very, very quiet voice, "What's up, guys? It's your boy." And then I made this face. I was like,
even though no one can see you? Why do they still have that Stadia cloud thing going?
They've invested too much money into it.
They think it's gonna take off or something.
100%. I'm 100% sure it's because they've invested money into it.
Like the Stadia developer, the Stadia lead developer's like, okay, listen, we got the search bar going. We're basically at like stage 3.
No, dude, it's literally
no. Listen to me. Q2, Q3.
No.
We're gonna go global. Okay, this thing is going to this thing's just gonna blow up, dude. Like everyone is going to have a Stadia in their home, just like how everyone has a microwave in their home. That's how common this thing is going to be.
You know, Xbox, PlayStation.
We were going to release Doom, but what if I told you that we could also release Doom Eternal?
We were going to release Doom Eternal, but they decided no longer to partner with us and are now owned by Xbox.
We were going to make first-party games, like games only specific to Stadia, but we shut those down. You know why? Because this thing is going to go global. That's why.
Brilliant.
Excellent, Ted. You're really going to make this. You're going to make. I can see it. Can we shut this down? Just cut the funding.
Hey, listen.
Google, you can take the L. Okay, just take the L. Leave. Go back to your search bar.
I've put my life savings into this, man, and I cannot lose this. Okay, Stadia is going to be revolutionary. It's like, I swear to God, I will.
A leaked footage.
I swear to God, I will fucking kill Leo.
Leaked
the CEO of Google.
It's leaked audio of the CEO of Stadia. Just listen, Fred. Listen. Get the lawyers on the line. We're gonna need as much blackmail on Google as possible. Okay? There's no way.
Listen, okay, fucker, listen.
The Stadia thing is not going to work. Okay, I need to keep this job. I have a wife and 3 children. I have a wife and 3 children. We have 2 more on the way. Listen, I can't afford to lose this job right now. Okay, my sister's still in the county state prison. I need to bail her out next week. But listen, okay, I need you to dig up dirt on Google. We need to keep them funding us.
I need you to find some dirt on the CEO of Google, Joe Google himself.
Joe Google?
Joe Google himself.
Greg Google, the co-founder of Google.
Gregory Google. I need you to find some dirt on Gregory Google himself.
Listen, I need you to...
If you don't get this dirt, they have a knife to my throat, and it's going to be fucking
I need you to grab the most attractive broad on the street and get him to seduce Gregory Google.
I'm sorry for all
the only way we can...
I'm putting the pop filters back on. Don't worry.
Put it back on.
They're back on. It's really like a...
It's like a Lamborghini door. Anyway, Stadia sucks, dude. I guess that's the whole point of the story.
I love for like the past 2 years, they've just been putting out commercial after commercial because like,
I get so many of them.
Can't wait for Stadia.
YouTube.
Everyone's gonna love Stadia.
I have that. What was it? A little jingle of Stadia stuck in my mind. Just Stadia.
Dude, I hate it.
I feel like every time I hear it, it gets like higher pitched and louder. So it's like the first time it's like ding, Stadia, and then the second time it's like Stadia, and the third time Stadia,
and then the 6th time, JD.
Just like the 6th time, it's so bass boosted. It's so bass boosted and loud that you can't understand it anymore. Just anyway, though,
Stadia.
Let's go back to the whole vaccine thing, because I failed to mention this. That when we got to the college campus, we had to
college campus.
Yes, we had to walk across the campus to get to the student union, where the vaccine shots were taking place. And I didn't realize how out of shape my family was, like compared to me. Like they always tell me, they come into my room like, JD, you gotta exercise, man. You're super out of shape. I could run laps around you, dude. I run laps around you in the neighborhood. Yeah, they say that to me. Meanwhile, my mother's like overweight. My sister's like crippled. And my father's a stick. And my father comes in and he's like,
my mom's fat. My dad's a stick. My sister's a fucking vegetable.
My sister's basically got one foot in the grave. So, yeah, I said, I could run laps around you. I can run laps.
I can run laps around you.
So we get to the college campus, and I'm like, okay, we parked in a parking lot, and I'm like, okay, the student union's across campus. We have to walk across campus to get there. Oh. And then my mother and my sister's like, what? What do you mean we have to walk? And I'm like, it's literally just like a 5-7 minute walk to get there, like no problem. So I started walking, and then like 2 minutes into the walk, I like turn around. What are you doing?
Trying to focus it.
It is. Never mind.
Yeah, now it is. There we go.
Nice. So I walk for 2 minutes, and I turn around, and they're like a mile back from me. I'm like, what the fuck? How did they? And like, I didn't realize that my family's so out of shape that they can't climb stairs. So the vaccine shots take place on the 2nd floor of the student union, and we were walking up I walk up the stairs. And I realized that they weren't behind me. And I'm like, what? So I go back down the stairs. And I see them on the first flight of stairs, like limping up it. They have like both hands like wrapped around their hand railing. And they're like trying to pull themselves up using their arms up the stairs. And I'm like, what? I thought they looked like they were faking it. They looked like they were messing with me, but they weren't. They weren't messing with me, James.
That is what happened the year I had PE with fucking Andrew. We went up the stairs to the field, and I got to the top of the stairs, and I looked back at Andrew. he's not a super out of shape guy.
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Oh, my friend Andrew. But he's not like an out of shape guy, but like he used a twig and dude, he was like
I don't get how you can get to the point. You can get to the point of being so out of shape you can't climb stairs. You can't even walk upstairs. Like I see my family like limping, like they're actually like limping up these stairs, and I'm like, well, this is what happened.
There's a problem when I can walk upstairs and I turn out better than you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I still like do calisthenics, still work out a bunch. I got weights in my room, and I keep in shape. But they really get me. They really try to get me like angry whenever they come up to me and they're like, JD, you're so out of shape. I could run laps around you. Like when if I were to race you,
Snyder.
If I race you, I'd run 2 miles in the time it takes you to run half a mile. And they always say that to me. They come to me like, JD, you suck. You're so slow.
I can run laps around you, JD.
So my father, he bought an elliptical machine.
Oh God.
He bought an elliptical machine, and not like a cycling machine. It's one of those where you have like steps,
right?
It's like steps. Yeah, and he walks up to me like, JD, you have to exercise because you're so out of shape. So I bought this thing for you, and I'm like, thanks. Thanks. I don't really do cardio, but thank you. And he's like, no, he's super condescending. He walks up to me. He's got this fucking smug ass grin on his face, and he's like, JD, you're a beginner, so it's okay if you only run like 20 minutes. Yeah, you can't even run 20 minutes. Just try to aim for 20 minutes. Okay, just run on this elliptical machine for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is all you need to run on it.
JD, you're a beginner.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay. And like, I'm like, if it ended there, I probably wouldn't. I take this shit all the time, so I'm like, it doesn't faze me at all. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just spend like 20 minutes running on the elliptical machine, whatever. So I get onto it, I start running, and then like, my father walks up to me and he just stands there next to me, staring at me for like the next 20 minutes. At every minute that passes, he's like, "Are you feeling it now?" Yeah, that's right. I see you struggling. You're not even gonna make it past 10 minutes. You're not even gonna make it. I ran 30 minutes on that this morning. You're not even gonna be able to get to 20. You may not be feeling it now, but after 10 minutes, like you'll be dying.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
So like 5 minutes pass, and I literally don't feel anything because it's an elliptical machine, and I'm 19 and also very fit and do weightlifting, so it's literally nothing to me. And I run, and he's like, "Don't worry. After 10 minutes, you'll be like dead. You'll be gasping for air." And then 10 minutes pass.
In an hour.
10 minutes pass, and I feel nothing. And I speed up because I'm like, it's not doing anything to me. I have to speed up. So basically, I speed up, and then 15 minutes pass, and I still feel nothing. And he's just staring at me like, "Oh, I see you slowing down." And I'm like, "All right, this is so stupid." And then 20 minutes pass. I run like 2 miles. It says I run 2 miles on the machine, because it keeps track of like your laps around the.
Right.
Yeah, so I run 2 miles, and he's like, "Oh, you're dying, right?" And then like I get off, and my heart rate is like slightly higher than normal, and I'm like, "Okay, well, this was stupid and a waste of my time." I literally could do push-ups and have a better workout than the elliptical machine. The elliptical machine is terrible, James. If you want to run, get a cycling machine instead or something, or just run normally, man. Just run normally. Do sprints. It's like my parents don't understand that my body is just different from their body. They think I'm like a 60-year-old man and I can't exercise, right? But they fail to realize there's like a 40-year difference, age gap between me and my parents. And that's a big difference when you're talking about how fit you are. Okay, so yes, very much so. You're
just out here stunting on them like I'm just built different.
I could probably run the elliptical machine for 4 hours, like constantly, and it'd probably be fine because it's just not that tough. The elliptical machine's for old people, Jay. That's what I'm saying.
Calling me old.
I'll just trigger everyone who uses the elliptical machine. I run the elliptical machine. JD, you're just not doing enough resistance.
You
questioning the elliptical, man?
Why would I run the elliptical machine when I just do squats, man? Just do squats, okay? There's so much more fat. Well, don't do that, James.
You questioning the elliptical?
Oh, I'm sorry, James. Do you run the elliptical machine? Do you do the elliptical machine? Do you do any machine, James?
Actually, I do. Listen, you question the ellip?
The ellip?
That's what we in the circle call
the ellip?
it. That's what we in the know call it. The ellip. You questioning it?
You giving me lip right now? I better see you running that lip and not giving lip. Pull out knife.
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get it like slightly covering. Just
God, your camera looks infinitely worse.
The resolution goes down the moment I like cover.
No, like the brightness just all of a sudden like went up to like 150.
Contrast. It's like,
what the fuck? Why you look so bright right now?
Dude, my eyes look crazy like this. Hold on.
I think you fail to realize you look crazy all the time, James. You look like actually insane.
So anyway, this is how I'm gonna do the rest of the audience. just from the corner of the screen.
Anyway, though, so yeah, I just had a rant about the elliptical machine for a second. I bumped, he's every time I do run it still every day just to appease the old fathers. But
appease the gods.
Mm-hmm. At one point, my mother came up to me and she's like, guess what? She came up to me while I was on the elliptical and she's like, you're slow, Barry. You're slow. She started taunting me too. She was like, you're slow, Barry. It took how many laps do you run in like 20 minutes? And I'm like, I don't know. I run like 10 laps in 20 minutes. And like a lap is a fourth of a mile. So I run like a little bit over 2 miles in 20 minutes. And she's like, that's what you're so slow. I ran, it takes me I run 20 laps in 10 minutes. And I'm like, what? 20 laps in 10 minutes? That's 5 miles in 10 minutes. You know what? That's a mile every 2 minutes. And my mother, being the overweight 50-plus-year-old woman that she is, can run 5 miles in 10 minutes.
JD, I can run 10 miles in 1 minute.
You fucker. You motherfucker. I'm like, that is the most bullshit I've ever seen, dude. I've ever heard. No. There's no way that she can run 5 miles in 10 minutes. That's just not happening. Fuck, dude, I could probably run 5 miles in 10 minutes and I'd probably be dead at the end of that.
She's made the impossible.
The only thing that run 5 miles in 10 minutes is her blood pressure. So let's go. Let's move on to a different cholesterol. So let's move on to a different topic. Have you heard that all the big? I got time. Oh, you have. Oh, see it.
I'll do it. You were on something.
No, mine's gonna take a while, so you should probably do yours first because I already did my topic.
So the streamer XQC.
I was about to talk about streamers. Yeah, let's go. Go ahead.
He's part of a GTA RP server called NoPixel. It's the same one that James.
I've heard about it. Yeah,
is on.
Yeah, James is on it.
Yeah, and XQC is on it, and he's been banned a couple of times from it.
I can see why. Yeah,
because
I don't ever watch XQC, but I know that he's like not the nicest person to be around.
No, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah,
from everything I've seen of him, he's kind of a dick. Kind of
a dick.
If it's not what I'm doing, then it doesn't matter type of mentality.
Yeah, yeah.
And he made a video on his YouTube channel saying I got banned from NoPixel. I'm never joining again. Then I checked his Twitch and he was on the server yesterday for his stream.
It's always gonna happen.
So clearly, like he's like, it's so funny because he's like, yeah, I'm never coming back. Oh, I'm back.
No, it's funny. I'm never gonna come back. This server's full of stupid people. I can't even do what you talking about.
JD, I can understand you. That's the problem. To be like him, you got to be unintelligible.
I know, but I can't talk like that. I don't know. What is this accent? Does he have an accent?
He's German.
Is he German?
I think so.
I don't know, man. He has a really unique voice. You've been subscribed. Shut up. I can't do an XQC impression, but that's what his voice sounds like to me. Even when he's talking slow, I can barely understand him. Does he ever talk slow? No. I don't know. I feel like he's always like capped on of like 50 milligrams or 500 milligrams of caffeine at any given point. The caffeine to blood ratio never goes below like 3 in this man. Unless he just doesn't drink coffee. Maybe it's just all G Fuel.
He probably does.
Maybe he drinks energy drinks, G Fuel.
He's a millennial. I bet you he drinks coffee.
I bet he drinks coffee. Hot take. I think coffee's disgusting. Agreed. I think it smells bad and tastes bad. And I don't drink coffee.
It's not even like a
hey, Jay, why don't you just put milk in it? I'm lactose intolerant, so I'm not going to put milk in it.
Listen, fucker.
Also, why would I put milk in it if I could just drink something that just tastes better? Then I don't have to put milk in it.
Just don't like
I just
coffee.
Don't drink it.
You know what's better?
What? He's holding up a bottle of water. See, this is the blood of all life right here. Water. Nothing beats water. Have you seen those YouTube ads that were like
like
the flavored water?
Yeah, Mio, where it's like water. Like,
yeah, it's like an astronaut on Mars, and then like a supply drop comes in. She's like, "Water again?"
Here's the thing.
Look like Mio.
There's a new one where it's a guy stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean, and he's scooping up water from the ocean. He's like, "Water? It's like
Mio with their new milkshake flavored water. What the fuck? It's disgusting.
Oh my god, that sounds gross.
I only said milkshake flavored water because of the Oreo thing.
Video. That's like the Oreo video. It's like, guys.
He's so defeated. Yeah. He's like, should I continue? Yeah, go on. Strawberry flavored Oreo, strawberry milkshake flavored Oreo. They're two different flavors. They taste different.
Stop.
You need to be able to tell me the difference between strawberry Oreo and strawberry milkshake Oreo, or I will burn this building down. Okay, so strawberry milkshake flavor has like a milkshake taste. Milkshake's not a taste.
It has a consistency of a milkshake.
It's a consistency.
The Oreo has the consistency of a milkshake?
It has a consistency of a milkshake, this cookie? No,
it doesn't.
It has the consistency of an Oreo, right? Yeah. I like how he goes from like 0 to 100 like in a split second.
I just want a video compilation of Brennan Lee Mulligan's cut
screaming
because every video he's ever done, he always does that fucking scream, and I just want a compilation of every scream. Yeah. It's fucking amazing. Every time it's just
What happened to Skype? You know, Skype was such a big thing. It was a verb. People said, I used to Skype you. I will Skype them.
Zoom.
Did you say we're going to Zoom you?
I got to Zoom my family later.
It's crisp. Got to Zoom my father. Skype my father later.
Skype.
Anyway, though, moving back to streamers,
he did a video of him building a PC during the pandemic.
How was it? It's just it's like Verge 2.0.
He took suggestions from chat
on how to build a PC.
Yes,
that's probably better if he was just winging it, I guess.
Here's the thing. He had asked Linus Tech Tips, a tech company. I think you know who they are, right?
Linus Tech? No idea, man.
Oh, I can't tell if you've been the way you were like, no.
Linus Tech Tips. That's weird. Mm-hmm. Me being a computer science major, I don't know to Linus Tech Tips. Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, asshole.
Okay, you motherfucker. Yes, I know Linus Tech Tips. Also, He's laughing like, okay, motherfucker. I know that they also did like in April. He just left. I saw him get up off his seat. He's gone. Now it's just you and me, audience.
Okay, fuck.
What the hell? Why do you have a gun?
Airsoft gun.
Yeah. That was a really bad set. It was super empty. Like, anyway, though, so I know that the Linus Tech Tips, didn't they do like an April Fool's joke where they said they were opening up an OnlyFans? They're opening up an OnlyFans. They were like, ASMR build with us. And then like it's like this really like a computer nerd looking dude he's like installing RAM, and he's like, this is gonna be a tight fit, but we can make it work. God, it's so funny. Anyway, but so yeah, what about them? XQC building?
XQC asked Linus Tech Tips if they could build him a computer.
They said no.
And Linus was like, yeah, we can make you one, but we got a pretty big like list right now. It won't be right now and everything, but we can like send you like tips and everything of what to get right now. And we can help you through the process. We
can give you Linus Tech Tips. So that's why they call him that.
XQC never responded.
Cool.
And then he made his video or stream of him building his PC.
Awesome.
And Linus watched it. And then guess what XQC did? He reacted to the video, and when they were like, "Yeah, he contacted us, and we don't know why he never recontacted us after that." He's like, "Oh, it's because they're not as important."
Yeah, like, I mean, I was the one who asked the question, but I think it's just whatever.
I'm sorry, wait, hold on, let me do the impression.
It's actually their fault. It's because they're sus, dude. They're sus. I mean,
I gotta sit in my chair like he does.
Yeah, he has that sitting position.
He's got that fucking high knee when he does.
No, he has like the, what his sitting position reminds me of? It reminds me of L from Death Note. It reminds me of how L sits from Death Note. Yeah. It reminds me of how L sits from Death Note. Because he sits like XQC. Also, he looks like XQC too.
Okay, I'm gonna sit back down.
Yeah. Anyway, though.
But yeah. He's like, well, it's because he's like, they're just not important. He just continues to go on like every time they correct the way that he's putting something. He's like, oh, no, that's no.
It's correct because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Like, it's correct.
Why are you trying to put in 5 fans? There's clearly not enough room. He's like, yeah, it came with 5 fans, and then Linus is like,
it came with 5 fans.
Don't use them.
You don't have to use all the fans, okay? It came with 5 fans. You don't have to use all the fans. Some of the fans are just backup.
Dude, he got an RTX 1090.
Did he? Son of a bitch. I wanted one.
But here's the thing. In the video, he's like, and I spent $1,700 on this.
What the fuck? 1,700?
Linus positive. He's like, he spent how much on this?
1,700? What the
and
fuck?
XQC in response, he's like, scalpers, scalpers.
What the fuck? I was about to say that's like twice as expensive as it usually is.
Oh, that's so expensive.
What the fuck? Son of a bitch. No wonder he got one.
Someone made their money off XQC.
Yeah, dude. Someone fucking just exploited this fool. Nah, he probably got a ton of money, so he doesn't really care.
He did the better. Here's the thing: he never finished building the computer because he got so mad at it.
Oh,
but he
does he
still
not
did a better
get? What doesn't he get mad at? Every time I see a clip of him, he's mad at something.
He did a better job than the Verge guy did.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad to mess up as bad as that Verge guy did.
And JD, speaking of the Verge guy, the Power Hour, I want to do that bit, and I want you to coach me on how to build a PC.
Okay, do you want me to seriously coach you on a PC, or should I should give you good tips, but also mix in a couple of really bad tips in there too?
Be vague when you tell me stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's like going to be mostly you, and then I'll be like, okay, when you put in the RAM, think of a nice clear meadow in your head.
Yeah, like when
just like when completely like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, like the video of like Linus watching his wife build a PC. He's like, don't do that.
No, it's not just. Didn't he react also with the other channel, Bitwit?
Yeah,
they're like their wives are building PCs.
And they just no.
They're like, oh crap!
Don't do that.
This is my wife, and I taught her how to build. She's the wife of a PC YouTube channel, a PC company owner. She can't build a PC.
No, yeah, I'm gonna have the money soon to actually be. Able to
at one point they start helping each other because they're so lost, but then they're like the husbands are like, hey, "Don't help each other. It's a competition."
Also, like their parts are completely like not exactly the same for their PCs.
I like how when they were judging the PCs too, they were just like, when they're judging the PCs, they have like this look of like disappointment in their face. They're like fake smiling and have this disappointment, like, yeah, this is you put the fans in the wrong spot, and this RAM is in the wrong PCIe slot, but you know it's whatever. Also, the reason why that fan couldn't fit is because it didn't go there. Yeah,
that's literally what the XQC thing was too.
At one point, yeah, I don't know why people have this thought process of like they take a fan, they take this piece of something, and it doesn't fit in this other piece of something, but they just keep trying to put it back in there instead of trying something else. It's like, okay, clearly this isn't working. So why are you trying? Why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep doing it? Stop. It's like they zero in on this, like this piece has to fit here. And they don't acknowledge that it doesn't fit there, and maybe it's not supposed to be there. I don't get it. It actually gets me a little tilted. Gets me a little heated when I see that.
Gets me a little tilted at the towers.
Gets me a little tilted at the towers. I don't play Fortnite. I don't know.
I don't play Fortnite.
I like how they have so many tilted tower jokes in there because they don't know anything else about Fortnite.
This is my gamer den where I play Fortnite.
Where are we dropping, boys? The tilted towers. It looks like you're tilted at the towers.
The pronunciation.
Welcome, boys, to the tilted towers.
Every time, just pronunciation. Tilted at the towers.
Because it's like he forgot what the second word was, and he was just unsure if it was towers or something else. He's like, towers.
Towels.
Towels. Anyway, though, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I saw that a bunch of big streamers were playing League of Legends now.
Oh.
James, what do you think happens when you combine big streamers, big and wholesome streamers like Ninja, with a toxic game like League?
I think you get his reaction to playing Among Us. You know, I'm
this guy is my friend. I know this guy.
This actor is my friend.
He's a good friend of mine. I know him.
We talk to each other outside of the stream.
I took a shit in his restroom the other day, and it was a very nice restroom.
I had dinner at a restaurant.
I had a dinner with his stepmom.
I was at a restaurant and I looked over and I saw him and I'm like, oh, that's
so what I'm trying to say is he is not sus.
Not sus?
So stupid. So Ninja, I saw a clip of Ninja playing League of Legends, and he gets really mad at his teammates. He gets really mad at his teammates for doing a bad play, and it's just him constantly raging. It's hilarious. We should play League of Legends, James.
Oh man. That's gonna be the next road to video.
I'm joking, James. I don't think I would ever want to subject you to the pain that is League of Legends.
I've played League before. I've told you about that.
Have you? I don't remember that.
I told you about that when we were in weight training and stuff in the locker room. You were telling me about League of Legends. I'm like, yeah, I played it once. I played Ash.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to be like a boomer, trying to relate to a Zoomer. No, where you're like, I've done that once. Yeah, I've done that.
Oh yeah, I've played.
I understood that reference.
You know, I've actually still never played Fortnite, despite being given the opportunity to play it at a friend's house.
I've played it once, but then I realized that my internet was so bad and my computer was so bad that I couldn't run it at higher than 20 FPS, and it was also at like 300 ping, so I didn't play it again. Dude, despite that, I still got a kill.
That's how I used to play Rainbow Six, dude. Fucking 1000 ping every game.
Yeah, I mean that's how I used to play League, but now now my computer problems have been fixed, but my internet is still pretty bad.
My team had to carry me so much. They're like, it's okay.
That's like
James.
That's like me in every game that we play together. I'm Payday 2. Don't worry, James. I got this. Minecraft progression. Don't worry, James. I do your progression. You just focus on building your basement or whatever.
It's a nice basement.
Your basement with the nether portal that goes to the same place where my nether portal goes that I built several episodes ago. And when you come back out there, it goes through my nether portal, but that's okay.
It's okay. That's why we built the railway.
It's okay. That's why I built the railway.
I don't know why we haven't built a second railway to just put villagers on instead of doing the boats. We just put them in the mine
frankly, we only really needed 2 villagers because we just need 2 to make kids. That's
started this villager family out with.
We haven't played Minecraft in a while. I'm thinking of starting a modded playthrough.
Yeah.
But you'll need to do some stuff on your end if you want to join me. And I don't know if you ever will do that.
I'm okay with that. I can do it.
No, I'm saying that I'm going to tell you to do it, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But then like a week later, I'll be like, hey, did you do that yet? And you'll be like, oh, I forgot about it. I didn't do that. And I'm like, okay. Then like another week comes by. And I'm like, did you do that thing? And you'll be like, shut up, JD, fuck you. And I'm like, I'm just checking in, because like you said you were gonna do it.
You don't get to get my personality down that correct.
Don't worry, James. It only happened like 3-4 times already. Why are you laughing so hard, James? You coming to a realization? You coming to a realization that if I do actually start a modded play, how about this, James?
I will not stand for it.
How about you start the modded play? Are you going to start the modded playthrough? If I tell you to do it, are you going to do it? If a week passes from now on and you say that you're going to do it, is it going to be done? Answer me, James. Open your goddamn pie hole. All right, never mind. We're getting off topic. We should play some League of Legends.
This podcast.
I'm not gonna lie, James. I'm pretty bad at League of Legends.
Impossible.
I played ranked game. I don't play ranked games very often. I only play enough to pretty much to get a placement, and then I stop. And I only play with friends. I'm bronze. Legitimately bronze. And I main top lane. So what we should do, James, is should we start a series together where I make another account to play with you? So we're both new. I'm bronze, James. What am I going to smurf in? I'm at the bottom. How do I smurf if I'm at the bottom, James?
What are you, some sort of smurf?
Yeah, I'm a bronze smurf in bronze.
I'm a bronze boy.
It's like a Rainbow Six Siege player who's like, he's terrible at the game and he's at the lowest rank and he's like, I'm going to make a new account. And his friend's like, oh, you're smurfing? What do you mean I'm smurfing? I just have another account and I'm going to be a support main on this new account.
I'm actually pretty good at Rainbow Six.
I think you are. You probably played a lot of it, right? I got that. Yeah. Got those peaks down.
Play objective.
Play objective.
I do the objective.
When I get into the game, people are like, yo, there's James, the objective player. So what I think we're going to do is I'll main support and you be my ADC and we play bot lane and then we win.
ADC.
Yeah. You be the ADC and I'm support.
ADC.
You don't know what that is, do you? That's the bot lane role. You played League before, right, James? You told me this?
I played one game, dude.
So you basically didn't play League.
I genuinely told you I played one game and I played as Ashe. That's all I remember about it.
Yes, but I was saying, what I was talking about is we should start as new players in League, and then you interject being like, but I played League before. Like, assuming that you know how to play League, but you don't. You played one game, James. That's basically nothing.
I play objective, JD.
Well, you better play objective because that's how you win games. It's all about objective. Except in every single other game we played, you've made it very clear that you don't play objective. In Payday 2, you never do objectives. In Minecraft, you never do objectives.
Yeah, it's because Minecraft is about the fun.
What about Payday 2, huh?
Payday 2 is about the killing.
You can say on like 90% of games, Pay 2's about to kill it. Rainbow Six Siege. Stop doing that. It makes me cringe every single time you do that. God damn it, James. If you don't know what he's doing, he's just dabbing. Dabbing repeatedly. Anyway. God. So, we should play some League. You should make an account.
I'm a League player, though. I play League.
You should make an account. And I'll play with you on that account.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can make it to silver. Yeah, after we finish Payday.
Once I finally reach infamy.
Once you reach infamy, the taste, like nothing, like no other.
It's just the Mortal Kombat level. I mean, not Mortal Kombat, the Call of Duty level of noise where it's just they reach infamy.
The prestige sound effect.
Yeah, the prestige sound effect. Just
all right. So I kind of wanted to save this for a crapshoot review, but let's talk about
final episode.
You watched episode 8 yet?
Yes.
What do you think about it?
We need to talk.
Spoilers for Invincible.
Spoilers for Invincible.
We'll put this out at the end.
The entire first season, including episode 8.
Yes. We only have about like 10 minutes left, 10, 20 minutes left to talk about this.
Dies.
But the thing is, James, Mark almost dies in like every single episode. But
also, here's the thing.
Whatever.
Remember last time when I was like, "Ooh, if this is what I think it is," and everything, I was like getting really hyped about it. I was
what were you talking about again?
misremembering.
Remind me.
When we were talking about Invincible, I was like, "Ooh, if this is the part of the comics I think it is, then it's about to get like really wild, like episode 1 wild."
I remember you saying that now. Yeah.
I was thinking about a completely different point in the comics.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I know what's going to happen.
Wild, but like...
It is wild. Don't get me wrong. If you haven't seen Invincible episode 8 or Invincible at all, you should watch it and then watch episode 8.
Just watch episode 8.
If you don't want to watch Invincible, yeah, just watch the first 30 minutes of episode 8.
Watch the ending of episode 1 and the whole episode 8.
That's pretty much all. That's the entire like first season of Invincible plotline, overarching plotline, pretty much. It's really good. I like it.
Oh, dude.
Unsurprisingly,
the train.
Unsurprisingly for everyone. So basically in this episode, Mark fights his father, Omni-Man. It's shown, or it's told to us through Omni-Man that the Viltrumites are not actually a benevolent race, and they're a conquering race.
Guys,
they're a conquering race, and what they did is they had like this giant battle arena thing, Fortnite battle royale at their homeworld.
Hours.
They had this whole Viltrumite battle royale at the Tilted Towers, where half their population was killed, but the other half are like strong. So they weeded out all the weak.
And then the strongest there is.
Then Omni-Man was born, and he was part of the army that went out and conquered other planets and killed a bunch of people, or a bunch of aliens, I guess.
The bad guys.
And it turns out that their empire expanded so large that they couldn't keep up with all the territory that they conquered. So what they did was they decided to split up the Viltrumites so that they would send one Viltrumite per planet to take over, because it was more efficient that way, and because they were also that strong. And Omni-Man was assigned to Earth. But what happened was, when he got to Earth, he tried blending in, or his plan was to blend in first and to weaken Earth so that it can join the Viltrumite Empire. But yes, but as he got a family, he was emotionally compromised. He was compromised emotionally. So it delayed his attack up until now, until he killed the Guardians. He just killed the Guardians.
Killed them dead.
Killed them dead, except for Immortal. And now,
because Immortal.
And now I guess his thought process is he still wants Earth to join the Viltrumite Empire because he doesn't care for anybody except for Mark and his mother. Sort of. But mostly Mark.
She's more like a pet to me.
More like, I do love her, but she's more of a pet.
Which, you know, you can take it as two different things, as like how we outlive our pets and how like his lifespan will completely outlive hers.
Yes.
But also as literally that's what he thinks.
Yes. Despite the obvious gaps of the obvious gap of sentience between our pets and us, but
I don't know,
we can see it that way.
VHS.
I don't know, dude. My pet's kind of like Einstein, man. Like Albert Einstein.
Like Einstein, man.
Made the formula of mass velocity.
Time travel.
So basically, his thought is like he tries to convince Mark to help him take over Earth. And basically, it's not like they're slaughtering people. Sort of. It's more like, but it's definitely like they're enslaving them. And Mark's like, yo, that's not cool. And then he's like, this is your duty as a Viltrumite. And he's like, I don't give a fuck about Viltrum or Viltrumites.
We completely skipped over. Mark thought his dad was mind controlled.
Well, I mean, that's the obvious.
Let him go. While like grabbing on his head, like trying to open him up. Like, let him go.
Shaking him. Let him go. And he's like, Mark, stop.
Mark,
stop it.
No.
It's just me. It reminded me, when he said it was a conquer race, it kind of gave me flashbacks to episode 2 when he went through the portal into the Flaxen dimension, and he's like, you don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer. It's mine.
And it was the song Tom Tom by the band. Holy fuck.
Yeah. So Mark was all like, yo, I don't want to help you, and I will stop you. And clearly he can't stop him. So basically, instead of a fight, it's more like just a beatdown, where Omni-Man's just beating up Invincible, trying to get him to realize
everyone died.
He's trying to get him to realize that they're a different breed. They're built different. So what they do is he brings him into the city and starts killing like just a ton of people.
Mark, you don't seem to understand.
Their fight in quotations kills like thousands of people in Chicago.
Dude, that building, the fucking severed arm.
There's a couple scenes in there that were super gory and super cool to look at.
The fucking train scene.
Like he punches him so hard he flies through a couple buildings in Chicago, and he basically kills a bunch of people as he like falls, as he like skids through the streets.
I like the realism that like when Mark catches the building, or like the glass breaks, because like obviously with the amount of force they probably pushed against it, it would shatter. And then
there's a bit of realism. There's also not much realism, because there's like half a building falling. If it was the size of a human, like Mark trying to hold it up, he'd probably just make a hole through it. But I like the imagery of it, where if he like when he walks up or when he tries to block it, all the windows explode because it looks cool. And then like there's like a mother and her kid falling out of the building.
Firstly, the mother gets cut by all the glass when falling.
She gets cut by the glass as she's falling out, but Invincible catches her, and the daughter's still in there. But then like I think what was it? The building collapses anyway because like, Mark's just not strong enough. It collapses, and they both die.
He would have been strong enough, but he only had one hand on it, I think was the thing.
Yeah, one arm on the trying to hold up the building. Yeah,
the other one on holding the lady.
Yeah, and basically the building collapses and the mother dies. And not only does she die, she gets crushed and her arm gets severed. And the arm that gets severed is the one that Mark is holding. So he's just holding a severed arm. And the kid, we don't get to see the kid, but the kid's probably dead.
And there's the other scene of the kid whose parent like got taken out by the debris from Mark flying by.
From Mark getting punched through the building, a bunch of debris flies out and it lands on like the kid's dad buying ice cream or something. And the kid's just standing next to the pile of gore. There's a bunch of scenes in there that are crazy. So like,
dude, the train scene.
At one point, I'll get to the train scene. At one point, fighter jets get scrambled. And like Mark tries to save a dude who ejected out after Omni-Man flew through his plane. And then like Omni-Man just like he saves him. He gets him on the ground. He's like, thanks Invincible, you saved me. But then Omni-Man like fucking just lands right behind him, pops his head like a balloon.
The first part's like, you almost killed him. He's like, bat. Just like,
you almost killed him. It's like, not almost. Almost. You see? Did his death affect you at all? And he's like actually trying to like teach Mark. He's trying to like show Mark that he's trying to show Mark that you shouldn't care about humans because they can't hurt you at all. But Mark's just like, you murderer. And then what happens is their fight takes him to the subway. And he's like, okay, let me show you the difference between you and them. So he holds Mark up by like the back of his head. He like grabs the back of his head and holds him up onto like an oncoming train. And they just like they go right through the train, and like a bunch of like everybody in the train.
How many more people would have survived if Mark didn't lift his arms?
Probably a lot.
All I can think about is the fact that
it's because Mark not only is he a high school student, but I'm pretty sure he's only been doing this for like a couple months, maybe the superhero thing.
Dumb.
He's also stupid.
He's also dumb.
He's a dumb teenager who hasn't had a lot of experience. And basically, I mean, he could have saved a lot more people, including the mother and the kid in the building. If he just grabs the mother and the kid and fly away, that probably could have saved them at least.
Here's the thing. I think if he had just lifted her back into the building and then like kind of like picked the building up like how he did with the asteroid.
You could do that too.
And then flew it down, he would have had a better chance. But then, Omni-Man probably would have still just came in and caved the building on him.
Yeah. So anyway, so he holds him up. They go through this train, right? And basically the train is going at full speed, but they're like an unmovable force. So he just sits there, and everybody in the train just like splats onto Mark like roadkill, and like everybody on the train, and he gets covered in blood.
Drenched.
He gets covered in like giblets, blood, flesh. It's just flying everywhere. I think he's traumatized from that. Yeah.
In the comics, the blood is like way more pink because in that one, Omni-Man's like suit has the red and they didn't want it to mix.
Right.
So it's a bit more like pink. And then like in this, it's just Omni-Man's suit has like a more of like a pink color and the blood is just like super dark red.
Yeah. It's like in this one, Omni-Man's suit is red, but the blood is more red, darker red.
Right.
Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah. So there you go. That train scene was pretty cool. And basically, it ends in Omni-Man just beating the shit out of Mark, who's semi-conscious. He punches him into a mountain, and he's beating him up. And then Omni-Man, I guess he realizes that it's his.
What will you have left in this world?
What will you have left after 500 years? So not to ruin the emotional scene that it was, but yeah, Mark's like, I'll still have you, Dad. That's basically what he says, but he says it like a really, because he basically has his face beaten, and then Omni-Man, he does a Hannibal Buress moment, looks at his hands, and he realizes that he's killing his son that he loves. So then he's like, oh shit.
The animation felt like it changed in that moment. Like when they went back for some reason, it kind of looked very different than it like normally.
It looks different because they put a lot more detail into his face because they want his face to be all scrunched up.
They just went like all out. And
they want Omni-Man's face to be all scrunched up. So he's like,
this is a waste of time.
So then he's like, oh shit, I've done this thing and I don't want to commit to it. He's like, I've done this thing, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to kill him in order to take over Earth. So he's like, all right, fuck it. And he just leaves. So he flies away off into space while crying like a little pussy.
Off of him.
Yeah. The blood burns away because he's flying through the atmosphere so fast. Yeah, and then that's how it resolves. Omni-Man just leaves.
I love the fucking Mark waking up in the hospital and he's like, wait, where are we?
Luckily, it doesn't feel like a cheap cop-out because there's been the setup for this moment has been throughout the series the entire time, right? Like you know what's going to happen pretty much at that moment.
We haven't even mentioned like all the like Robot Man and like the new Guardian stuff.
No, definitely not. But yeah, that's well, I just want to focus on that. Anyway, though, we'll probably go more in depth into it in the Crapshoot review if we decide to do it.
We should.
Yeah. But anyway, so what would you give it? What would you give season 1 Invincible?
Oh, season 1 would be a good 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
There were some changes between the comic and this that I think were good. Like Mark does struggle with his powers and like his life and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a struggle than it was there. But then it's like he's just. I know Kirkman didn't want to change too much from the comic to the show because he'd written the comic and he liked that, and then he just made the small changes.
Yeah.
But I wish he would have made Mark a bit smarter, because in this he's so fucking.
You're like you're frustrated that he's both stupid and also not strong enough.
No, I'm fine with him not.
He's stupid and inept. That's what it is.
I'm fine with him not being strong enough because we're building up to him becoming stronger, to him becoming invincible. Splash card.
We're building him.
Timestamp.
No, so stupid. Not timestamping it.
But we're building up to him becoming invincible and everything, and it's like he shouldn't be the strongest he is yet and everything. But it's like we can make him a bit smarter, guys. He doesn't have to be the dumbest person at all times.
Let's not make him frustratingly stupid.
Rex isn't in the room. He doesn't have to be the dumbest guy.
Rex can be the dumb guy. Anyway, though, I would give it a 9 out of 10, probably. This is probably one of the series that I've watched that are pretty unique, at least. Although I haven't watched that much, so I guess this is pretty unique to me, where I see a series where the main character is not really the main character, because the main character of season 1, I would say, is Omni-Man. And Invincible is
100%.
And Invincible is kind of like the I guess he's supposed to be like the lens for the audience to view Omni-Man in.
Right.
Instead of Omni-Man being the main perspective focus. But there's a couple of problems I have with Invincible, because 9 out of 10, it's pretty much, I like most of it, but there's some stuff that I don't like very much.
10.
Not a 10. It's not a 10. But
the animation was great.
Animation is pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's perfectly fine. Most of the animation is just the normal animation, where it's just like not too much work is put in. But for the action scenes, they decide to go all in, more into the action scenes. So that's definitely, yeah. I think the animation's like, it's an 8 out of 10 normally, and then like a 10 out of 10 on the most climactic battles, like episode 8. But the things I didn't like was some of the side plot for it. Number one,
Amber.
Unlike James here, I do like that Invincible is basically stupid and he can't do anything, because I don't see many, like, he's supposed to be this invincible person, right? Like Superman, but he gets his ass kicked like all the time.
Stupid, but he's just like, it's stupid,
and he makes stupid decisions. He makes stupid decisions, which I think perfectly fits. I think it perfectly fits a high schooler, a senior in high school. Every decision that he makes, I'm like, that's exactly what a senior would make, because it's stupid and it's dumb and it doesn't work.
That his dad is Omni-Man either, despite his dad wearing no disguise.
Yeah, well, I mean, as they explained in episode 1, literally the first episode, sometimes when you're not looking for it, it's hard to see. When you don't expect it to be there, you don't really realize it. But anyway, the Amber side plot. Amber is probably the character that I hate the most in the series. I really don't like Amber. And the reason for it is because she thinks she's smart, but she is stupid as fuck, dude.
Stupid.
She really thinks she's smart. Because in episode 7, I think, she was all like, "Oh, I know you're invincible," and he's like, "How long have you known?" "I know for a few weeks now." But the very previous episode, right, in episode 6, when Mark disappears and Invincible comes in to save the day, Amber gets all pissed that he left, right? So he's all like, "Why'd you leave? This relationship is over." But then, like, okay, well, you knew that he was invincible, right? You knew that he was a superhero. So him being gone and then Invincible showing up, and it's like, oh, okay. But you still get mad at him for saving?
I like that Will just put it together. Like, he looks outwards and he's like,
and so yeah, Amber is a terrible person. I'd say she's a good character, but a terrible person.
She was also changed from the comics. She was
Was she? I don't know. I don't know Amber in the comics.
In the comics, she was like the just dumb airhead blonde type character.
Oh.
And in this, it was like they
wanted. This one, I guess she wanted to be like a strong, independent woman.
That is exactly what the change was.
Right? Kirkman. That's the change.
When I was 22, I didn't know how to write people.
Yeah, I mean, dude, she's terrible. She's stupid, man. Yeah, she thinks she's very smart, but she's very stupid. So then, or I guess immature too. But yeah, so so for all this time, she knew that he was invincible. And then she's also pissed that he was gone for all the dates and stuff, even though she also knew that he was out there saving people in the world at some points. But she's still pissed. She says she doesn't, he lied to her because she said that he didn't care about her. But it's also like they've only been dating for like 2 months. And I don't know if the level of trust from 2 months of dating is high enough that you would disclose to someone that you're a superhero. The point of a secret superhero identity. Anyway, though,
Will knew.
He found out on accident. Mark didn't tell him, but you know, he did know. But yeah, I think the Amber side plot, all that side plot, it's boring. It's boring and it's stupid. Brings it down a notch.
Side plot.
I think it's okay. I think it went in a more positive direction than I thought it did. It was a bit of more undertones than I thought they were going to be. I will explain more in the Crapshoot review. But anyway, I think it's time to wrap it up. In a burrito. James, what's your favorite burrito? Goodbye, guys! Using my promo code.
James.
Burrito Wednesday.
Using my promo code.
Using my promo code. James, I have a last name.